Hey everyone, this is Niyati and I hope you all are doing really good and happily backtesting with Backinzo. Guys, every now and then we come across this question that is how to re-execute a leg more than 8 times. And as we very well know that in any cases of re-execution, the total number of legs cannot be more than 8. So how to achieve this? Or let's say if your original portfolio has 4 legs, then 4 legs will be available for the re-execution. That means 4 legs of your original portfolio plus 4 legs of your re-execution is equals to 8. And number of legs cannot be more than 8 in Backinzo. So is there any workaround? The answer to this question is yes in bold letters. So if you want to re-execute more times a particular leg, you need to design a portfolio or a stack differently. In order to understand this, let us first talk about the Backinzo hierarchy. At the top level, there's a user. We have a user which you can use to control overall loss and the profit trailing for that particular trading day. At the strategy tab, under user, you can make n number of strategy tags and we have casted no limit onto it. So at the second level, we have a strategy tag. A strategy tag is basically a grouping mechanism for the portfolios. And the strategy tag can be used to manage the portfolio as a group. Under the strategy tag, you have portfolios. You can make n number of portfolios and there also we have casted no limit onto it, right? The fourth level comes the legs. We have legs at the fourth level. So most option strategies, they have up to 4 legs, but we support up to 8 legs. Now I'll quickly showcase it to you over the Backinzo interface. Okay, all these 4 levels. Right. This is the beauty of Backinzo that Backinzo has 4 levels of hierarchy, which gives you best multi-level control on your strategy and their execution. At the first level, it is user, second level is the strategy tag, and third is the portfolio, and fourth is the leg, right? Now I'll quickly showcase it to you over Backinzo interface. Do you see this button here, user setting? So by default, user is there since installation, right? Do you see this button here, a strategy? You can make n number of strategies. There we have casted no limit onto it. The sole intention of making a strategy tag is to handle entire strategy, maximum loss, maximum profit, and even trailing. Right? So, do you see this button here? Click here to add new row. Just click on it. And herein, under the strategy tag, you can give name to your strategy tag. Let's say I am naming it as Niyati. Right? And press enter button. Under user account, just enable it, okay, and apply it, okay. And my strategy tag is formed. Don't forget to enable it, guys, okay, because this acts as a grouping mechanism for your portfolios. That is the third level, right? So the sole intention of making a strategy tag is to handle entire strategy, maximum loss, maximum profit, and even trailing, right? Now I'll quickly showcase it to you. Portfolio, that is the third level, and the fourth, that is the legs, right? So if you click here, multi-leg, click on the add portfolio. You can make your portfolios from the predefined strategies like short straddle portfolio, short strangle, iron condor portfolio, and you can even make customized portfolio, right? If you want premium or the Greek leg, you can use this to add legs and customize your portfolio, right? So see, up to 8 legs, it is allowing me to add uh, these legs into my portfolio. But beyond that, it is not allowing me to do, right? See, even if I'm clicking this, it is not allowing me to add another leg beyond 8 legs, right? So this is the portfolio of 8 legs, right? Now comes our sole question, core question, how to re-execute infinite times with Backinzo, right? So for that, I'm just canceling this out and will add a new portfolio. Premium, Greek leg, add leg, right? So with this, I have added four legs into my portfolio, custom portfolio. As you can see, custom portfolio. And herein you can do the modifications as per your requirement, as per your choice. So suppose I want to make it as cell CE and cell PE. These two are my cell legs and these two are my buy hedge legs, right? I'll make it as PE. So because these two are my hedge legs, so I'll hedge it with the, let's say, 250 depth OTMs. Okay. Now, as you can see that LTP of these legs is 00, right? So you just have to click on the refresh button and it will be refreshed, right? Now for these two cell legs, right? I'll choose entry on the basis of nearest delta value type. Herein I'm entering zero point 0.3, right? Condition any, maximum depth up to 50 and side both. For this also, for this PE leg, I'm choosing nearest delta as my value type, but herein, please make sure to add minus sign before it, right? Condition any, max depth up to 15 and depth both sides, right? So for the CE leg, please know that it is the value should be in positive, and for the PE leg, it should be in negative, right? Because I want to group my portfolio. So under execution parameter, you will find a strategy tag. Just click on it. And I want to, now I'll save this portfolio with the name as main portfolio, right? And my portfolio is saved. Now let's suppose that I want CE and PE leg to go on an unlimited execution if I want to re-execute infinite times with Backinzo. So what's the workaround? So for that, you have to make one more portfolio of CE cell and one more of cell CPE like, okay? Just click on the add portfolio button. Just click on the premium and Greek leg, add leg. And herein, just choose the value type, nearest delta, zero point 0.3, right? Target, you can define it on the basis of delta and target value as, let's say, zero point 0.2. So 0.3 was my entry and the target, I want 0.2. Stop loss also, just define it on the basis of delta. Stop loss, you can define it as, let's say, 0.35. On target, just give the command to the Backinzo of re-executing leg. Simple, right? And on a stop loss, same, that is re-execute leg. Just one thing very important to note down here is if you want your CE leg to go on an unlimited execution, then the portfolio execution mode should be set on manual. Okay, don't forget this, it is very important. Another crucial thing that you should note down is that under exit setting, just click on the re-execute on portfolio complete, right? These two things you should note it down if you want your CE leg to go on an unlimited execution, right? Just save portfolio with the name. I'm giving this as CE port, right? And my portfolio is saved. So the original portfolio was named as main and the CE port, and then I'll make another portfolio with the name PE port, right? So I'll just save my time. I'll make a copy of it. I'll name it as PE port. Simple. In bold letters, PE port. Okay. Now you can do the changes by clicking on the edit button here. Make it as PE. And herein, just add a minus sign here, right? For the nearest delta value type, target also in minus and the stop loss should also be in minus. Exit setting may give the re-execute command on portfolio complete, and under execution parameter, just choose manual as your portfolio execution mode, right? Just save this portfolio and your portfolio is saved. So total 3 portfolios, and don't forget to group it under the strategy tag. So I'll choose here as this. And for this PE leg also, I'm choosing this. Simple. Now, the most important thing that you cannot afford to forget is just click on the other setting. Okay. And do you see this button here? Portfolio re-execute count. So if you want re-execution infinite time, then herein just define it as 100. Just make it 100. Okay. If you want unlimited re-execution. So for the CE port, I have made it as 100 portfolio re-execute count. Here in this portfolio name, don't define 100 here, okay? Don't define your count 100 here in this individual leg. Define it under other settings, okay? So for the CE leg also and for the PE leg also, I'll make it as 100 because I want unlimited re-executions, right? And my portfolios are ready now. Now I'll take you over the Excel sheet so that you comprehend it easily. So if you want to re-execute portfolio only 6 times, then portfolio re-execute count, make it 0. And the portfolio count, make it 6. So that means if you talk about this portfolio, if you want it for the 6 times, then you can define it under count controller here, right? Because it is below 8. So below 8 figure, you can enter it here. And above 8 or in multiple of 8s, you have to define it here. That is portfolio re-execute count, right? So going back to the Excel sheet. So if you want to re-execute portfolio only 6 times, then portfolio re-execute count, make it 0. And portfolio count, make it 6 on target and on stop loss as per your requirement. So if you want re-execution unlimited times till end of the time, then in that case, portfolio re-execute count, make it as 100. So it will re-execute infinite time. And if you want to re-execution in multiple of 8s, then handle it with the portfolio re-execute count that you will find it under other settings as 0, 1, 2 and so on, right? So let's suppose if you want re-execution 8 times, then make portfolio re-execute count as 0, right? So if you want re-execution 8 times, then herein under portfolio re-execution count, you have to mention it as 0, right? 0 means 8. And if you want re-execution 16 times, then make portfolio re-execute count as 1. Herein, 0 means 8 legs, 1 means 16 legs, 2 means 24 legs, and 3 means 32 legs, and so on. In short, if you want more than 8 legs, define in portfolio re-execute count. That is this one. This is the portfolio re-execute count. So if you want more than 8 legs re-execution, then in that case, just define it under other settings portfolio re-execute count. That's it. Now, as you can see that all my 3 portfolios are ready. Now go to the main portfolio. That is your original one, right? Just open it using this edit button. And herein, cell legs, that is cell CE and cell PE, just define your target and the stop loss in terms of delta, right? So I'm making it delta for both the legs. Target value, I'm defining it as 0.25. And for this PE leg, it should be in negative, right? Stop loss delta for this leg as well. For this CE leg, I'm defining a stop loss as 0.35 and delta stop loss for this PE cell leg, I'm defining it as minus 0.35. So as you can see that my entries are same. Entries on the basis of nearest delta, it is 0.3 for the CE cell leg, and for this PE leg, it is 0.3. So minus 0.3. So it's delta neutral, right? Now, target I have defined, stop loss I have defined, now comes on target. So herein, on the main portfolio, you have to give command of execute other portfolio because you want to link that, right? So just click on the execute other portfolio for this CE leg and for this as well. That is execute other portfolio. So if you want, you can define it for the target as well as for the stop loss, both as per your requirement. Execute other portfolio, execute other portfolio, right? Herein, this is the count controller, and herein you can call out the portfolio name or you can define the count. So here in my case, I'm gonna call the name of the portfolio because I made two more portfolios, that is CE port and PE port, right? And I want unlimited re-executions for my CE and PE leg. That's why we have made two portfolios with the name CE port and the PE port, right? For the unlimited re-executions. So herein I am calling out the name for the CE. I'm calling CE portfolio, and for this as well, PE port for the PE leg, right? For the PE leg, PE port I'm calling. Calling means calling these two ports, right? Simple. And under exit setting, please note that because this is your main original portfolio. So under exit setting, choose it as none. Okay. For the CE port and the PE port, you have to choose under exit setting as re-execute on the portfolio complete. But for the main portfolio, you have to use this as none on portfolio complete. Save this portfolio and my portfolio is saved, right? So in nutshell, for the main portfolio for CE leg on target and on stop loss, give command execute other portfolio. Call out the name of the port. In our case, the name of the port was CE port. So on the stop loss also, I'm calling out the name of a port, that is CE port. For the PE leg, on target, on stop loss, give command execute other portfolio. Call out the name of the port under portfolio count, right? In our case, the name of the portfolio was PE port, right? So for the stop loss and for the target, both, just call out the name of the port. Now going back to the Backinzo interface, these three portfolio group has been formed, right? So I'll enable it. This is the main portfolio. I'll recalibrate it. I'll run it over simulator. I'll choose 23rd December as my simulator date. I'll click on the strict timing and just click on the button, this play button. So as you can see that if it hits the target or the stop loss, because we have given the command of re-execution on hitting the target or stop loss, it will re-execute these ports, that is C port and the PE port, and with the name Rex, it will come in front of you. Okay. So I'll quickly increase the speed so that I can showcase it to you. If it hits stop loss and the target, so if it hits the stop loss or the target, Rex ports will come in front of you. That is CE Rex and PE Rex ports. So as you can see that CE port has gone under execution, and Let's say within few minutes you will find a CE Rex port. And even PE port got executed and it even got completed also. You can use this to expand it, use this plus button to expand it. Okay, so as you can see that up to 8 legs, right? It got executed. Now use this also to expand it, and here also 8 legs. So that means infinite times you can do re-execution with this simple trick. So I hope you find this video useful. Happy backtesting with Backinzo. Thank you so much.